Is it daar hier? Oh.
Misschien nee. Are we live now again?
We're back on.
Okay, now Shines. Now come walk around here.
Come show your face.
Come show your face.
Yeah.
Kom. Laat je vir die mense kom verduidelik what you just did. Elotse. Die mense het seker ook geskrik by die is.
Wonder jong, wat gaan jy aan?
Yeah.
But anyway, we are back, guys. Yeah, I see some of you are already joining, but you can start sharing the stream. Shines has promised us he's got this.
Ons begin net praat, hier val die goede. Sê, korwatjie.
Wat 'n dag is vandag? Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, hump day.
My goodness.
Nee, ek voel ook hier. Vrydag moet net kom. Nee, maar ook rarou. Laat slap.
December moet net kom. Dis nou nie weer vrydag.
Get December.
Let December kom, Carla. It's cheap.
Oh. It's probably something that we will have to discuss with our viewers and our listeners out there is the fact that as popular as we do think, or the support that we do have for the show, that the time will come at the end of the year where we will all go on holiday. So there will be a time when we will not be on air. So but we will have to see how we handle that.
Yeah, but so most of you are watching the show on the works Wi-Fi, and you are also on holiday. So how are you gonna watch it? So, kom ons weer net na saam.
Ek dink seriously, Cubase, I seriously don't think people, die mense het lus vir ons. So hier van die 15de Desember af. As ons kan maar hier try livestream. Ay man, gaan man. Ek is babalas. I don't want to see you guys.
I'll come see you guys next
year. See you 15th of December of January or whatever, yeah. So
all right, guys, let's talk sports for this morning.
Sports on the morning.
And of course, we start with some news going on locally. I've got the Namibian Sun in my hands. I see, like, what's this guy, Jackson?
Jackson who?
Jackson Kaureza.
Kaureza.
Yeah, anyway, he listens to the show.
Okay.
I just know it. Yesterday we were talking about Johanna Benson, and I see she is on the back page of.
Is she in the news today?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The Namibian Paralympics team held their first training session in Dubai yesterday, ahead of the 2019 International Paralympic Committee World Athletics Championships. Now, the team of 13 athletes and 3 guides will compete in track and field events from 7 to 15 November. Speaking to the Namibian Sun from Dubai yesterday, Coach Michael Hamukwaya said the spirit in the camp is high and every athlete is excited. The athletes are very excited and prepared very well for the upcoming competition, and so on and so on. But yeah, Johanna Benson is one of the athletes in Dubai.
Nice. I saw a picture of the whole team yesterday, I think in one of the dailies. I'm not too sure in which daily it was. But good luck to them, and make us proud. They've always made us proud every time they go and compete globally. So good luck to them. And yes, Cubase, it's good to hear Johanna Benson's name again being, mentioned in the same, in the same fray as all the other athletes. So good luck to them.
Okay. Still in local news, the Welwitchias hunting for a new coach. Like our national team is Uka Welwitchias.
Yeah.
There's also a local team called the Welwitchias.
Nee.
Hulle maak my deur mekaar, man. Dis daai twee spanne storie wat my deur mekaar maak.
Nee, see ander span wat Welwitchias is.
Okay. Anyway, fresh from the 2019 Japan Rugby World Cup and without a coach, Namibia's national rugby team will get a new mentor by next month or early next year. That's according to the NRU. They plan to appoint a senior national team coach by December or early next year, according to, once again, the Namibian Sun. Good reporting, Jackson. This follows the resignation of former coach Phil Davis, who parted ways with the national team following just ended 2019 Rugby World Cup in Japan.
Yeah, Phil Davis, he's been with us now for the last 2 World Cups. We think he's done a pretty good job in terms of conditioning our players.
The team has improved.
Yeah, the team has improved as to what they are now. Yeah, it's going to be quite a challenge. South Africa is going to get a new coach because Rassie Erasmus is going to be the director of rugby. But I don't know, this guy's image, for instance, the South African coach, will loom so large over the new coach.
Yes.
I don't know how they're going to do this. Whoever that coach is, die man het groot moeilikheid. So New Zealand, Steve Hansen, he just stepped out.
They're also looking for a new coach.
The All Blacks need to appoint a new coach before December, before Christmas, they say. And us, ourselves, when do they say? When are they going to appoint a new coach?
They say by December or probably early next year. I
think
they're extending the timeline a little bit.
Yeah, Wales needs to appoint a new coach. They also, Warren Gatland, he also finished up. So there are quite a number of teams who decided to call it a day.
To start transitioning.
Japan also. Japan also. They getting a new coach. So it's a time of transition now.
Now, what names come to mind for us? You think we'll get a?
It's very difficult within Namibian rugby circles. Of course, we had an international coach in the name of Phil Davies now for the last couple of years, and I don't know if we're going to revert back to a local coach. I hardly think so. Maybe we should, or maybe there was an understudy at the moment who's a Namibian.
Yeah. But they did the NRU did say that they have to meet first and decide as a collective, as a group. Interesting.
But we're looking forward to that.
Yeah. Okay. Football last night.
And that is why I'm saying one of the reasons why I feel like not today, please. Because I was watching the Chelsea game until about 12 o'clock last night, the Chelsea-Ajax game.
Yeah, young.
It was a seesaw game for
crazy.
First half, Ajax, second half, Chelsea. Maar die mense het lelijk gevloek hier op social media, joh.
Jy het hom ook op Twitter gekyk.
Die referee se massa wat en se massa wat. It was because apparently
soccer, that's
the referee helped Chelsea
to come back because of the two
red cards.
The 2 red cards.
Yeah,
I was watching Inter and Dortmund. It was also
was that not like paint dripping?
No, Inter went 2-0 up in the first half and then Dortmund came back in the second half, a completely different team.
Ne?
Inter had, the first time they saw sight of Dortmund's goal in the second half was maybe in the 78th minute.
So, what was the score?
3-2.
For
in
Dortmund?
favor of Dortmund, yes.
Wow. Away or home?
At home.
Home for Dortmund. Oh, okay, that's good. Good result for Dortmund.
It's like a game. Okay, now let's check all the results from last night's Champions League matches. What's the mouse now? Kom no. Man, okay, easy. Barca drew at home to Slavia Prague 0-0.
Ja,
they had the early kickoff. Ek wil nie eens daaroor praat. Ek was los net.
Wag, kom ons praat gou 'n bietjie daaroor. I didn't watch the game. My son, being a big Barca supporter, he was outside watching the game, and every time he said, "Come on!" but it was not an elation of joy or whatever. It's more of frustration. And when he came inside the house, Daddy, ons het gedra. What happened, Cubase? Did you watch the game?
No, I didn't watch. I just watched highlights. I wasn't home by the time. They had the early kickoff.
Yeah, it was 7:30. Like 10-8 or something was the kickoff.
It's like I wasn't home by then.
Yeah.
Out and about. Maar in elk geval, I came to come watch the highlights.
Dis drought. Not easy.
Ek ken nie wat gaan dan. Okay, Griezmann was doing sort of the right things.
Okay.
He was playing in the right position. But a lot of the times, the team wasn't really picking him out.
Okay. Okay. But maybe Barca still in a good position to qualify?
Yeah, we're still top of the group.
Oh, okay,
a point clear of Dortmund now. Because
Okay.
Dortmund and Inter were both on 4 points.
Okay.
But here's the thing, right? This is not the strongest opposition we're going to face in the competition. We're going to come up against the PSGs and the Liverpools and the Man Cities and the Juventus. And
Barca is ungairi.
ons sal nie kan cope teen that kind of pressure. Even then, our next group match is Dortmund, but we're at home. And our last one is away to Inter.
It's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
I think even in the league it's going to be difficult for Barcelona.
Hy blerry Valverde moet net gaan. Maar here's the thing, right? Die probleem is almal speel daar in Spanje.
Okay, allemaal speelt K.
Ons het geflop to draw Atleti to draw Madrid op.
Och, nee, but
So we are still first, even though we lost. On
even
goal
though we're
difference.
bad, we are still first.
Yes.
Okay. Next up,
Leipzig traveled to Zenit St. Petersburg in Russia and they won 2-0. Dortmund, like I said, came from 2 goals down to beat Inter Milan 3-2. Chelsea Ajax 4-4.
phew,
Say
I
it was a
think-
mal game.
I think that was a very, very good, exciting game. Again, it's very funny. Ailey is not here, so we could really poke fun at her. At this
She would
moment
be
in
so
time.
frustrated by now.
But I tell you, Ajax is such a good team. But the way that Chelsea also came back last night, and I do feel for Frank Lampard. I would, where Arsenal is not involved, it's good to see Lampard performing. So for the sake of him, I would like, Chelsea to do well.
To do well, yeah.
So 4-4, stuff.
But it's still a good result. I mean, they were 4-1 down.
Yeah, they were 4-1 down.
To rescue a point
No,
is
it
an
is.
achievement.
Yeah, but 4 away goals is grappie. Yeah.
Maar tenminste is die knockouts hier, is nog group stages.
Yeah, true.
Liverpool, another late winner against Genk at home.
What was that final score?
2-1.
I left them at 2-1.
It ended 2-1.
It ended 2-1. Ox Chamberlain.
Oxlade. Alex Oxlade.
Yeah.
Napoli were held 1-1 by Red Bull Salzburg. Lyon beat Benfica 3-1. And Valencia beat Lille 4-1 at home.
Phew.
And those are, of course, the matches from Van Gister.
Very, very sad state of affairs again in Italian football on Sunday. I don't know if you've seen Mario Balotelli being monkey chanted again in Serie A. He got so angry that he kicked the ball into the stand at those supporters who were monkey chanting him. And again, the referee had to stop the game. He wanted to walk off. He was persuaded by his own team and the opposition players, please, man, don't go off the pitch. Please
Don't let
go.
them win.
Don't let them win. Don't let them win. I have no idea what this boy... And for the first time, I understand his behavior. Because, and then I read an interview of his where he says, you know what, this has been my whole life in Italy.
Yes, I mean, he grew up in Italy and I'm sure he's always looked the way he looks. So.
To be told from day one, he says, since he was a kid, I think he says his first encounter with racism was at school in Italy when a kid asked him, is your heart black as you? And he didn't understand what this kid was saying. So, and the stuff that people said to him, the ultras, what they call them, the racists, they call them the ultras. They call them the ultras. This guy was like, Balotelli, you will never be Italian because Italians are not black. That's what they would say. But if he scores goals for Italy,
They celebrate him.
they celebrate him. So I don't know if I would ever feel part of a country like that. So again, my disdain for Italian football and its supporters.
What a shame, because it is a beautiful country.
It is a beautiful Tuscany, those Tuscan valleys, and it's beautiful. But I don't want to have anything to do with Italian football because of that racist element that they have about themselves.
Dude, I can't watch Italian football this weekend, no.
All
Right, the fixtures for tonight in the Champions League, Bayern are at home to Olympiacos. I don't think they've appointed a new coach yet. Wenger has also been thrown in the mix there.
Wenger moet sy pensioen vat. Of soos hulle in Rebord sê, vat jou kiripay.
Kiripay and
Ja,
Chip.
kiripay en chip. So right, het genoeg geld.
City are traveling to Italy, taking on Atalanta. Bayer Leverkusen at home to Atletico Madrid. Crvena Zvezda against Tottenham, also at home. Dinamo Zagreb host Donetsk.
Meneer Cubase,
Hoe lyk het?
net vinnig. So the discussion that we had about Son yesterday, the Tottenham player who tackled Gomez. So the red card was overturned yesterday. So it's back to a yellow card now. So he can play the next 3 games. Okay, cool.
I was going to get to that. But anyway, Paris Saint-Germain are at home to Club Brugge, and Real Madrid take on Galatasaray at the Santiago Bernabeu. Yeah. And Granit Xhaka has been stripped of his captaincy at Arsenal.
I thank you.
And that's all Neville has to say.
I thank you.
Let's keep it moving.
How? Let's just stop there quickly. No, wat lag jy?
Ek lag by jou. Okay, say for me. What happened there?
No,
What is the story?
wat ek net wil vra. Did anybody think, plus the coach, did they think in any which way they can retain this guy's captaincy?
You
There's
can
no
captain
way.
this.
You can't retain the
Yeah,
captaincy.
but after doing that, he cannot be captain of the team.
There's no way. There's no way. Now the next the next point is, how do they want to get him back into the team?
Hy gaan in 'n speel. The only way the Arsenal fans will forgive him is through his performances. And he can only perform on the pitch.
But I think maybe he needs to have a hard look at himself. Let him go and play away games for now. He mustn't come and play home games. And perform well in those away games. Maybe we will let you back in. Nisi. Miskin.
Aye, football fans. And like you were saying, of course, Heung Min Son's red card against Everton has been overturned, and he will be available for Tottenham's next 3 domestic fixtures.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't think we need to say much more about that.
But like we said, it was a bit inconsistent from the referee over the weekend, where he did give the initial yellow card, and when he saw the severity of the injury, he said, "Yo, that is bietjie slegheid." Red
But
card.
then maybe he figured in the moment that VAR het ook niks gesê nie. Net gelas.
English football and it's VAR, ARVs or whatever they call it.
VAR. The transfer window is coming in January. Who would you like to add to Arsenal in January?
It's very difficult. It's very difficult. All I can think about players that I want out of the club. That's all. Any players that can replace Xhaka and Mustafi are good players. So we just want them out. Die ouens is so sleg nie, soos Mustafi. The guy is so bad that nobody wants to buy him. Nobody wants to.
Wanneer expires a contract?
Boy, pura Rikanato. Shoo.
Yo, sell him to China. The Chinese are buying everything.
Not even Chinese wanted, cheap stuff.
Now, United have been dealt a blow as Real Madrid reignite their £100 million transfer interest in Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund. A young Englishman had a very good game again last night.
Let's quickly stop at United. Maguire. Harry Maguire, the defender. The most expensive defender in England or most expensive defender in the world?
I think they paid more than what Liverpool paid for Van Dijk.
For Van Dijk, yes. They paid 80 million. I think they paid for Van Dijk 60 million. It's kind of contradictory at the moment as to this guy's performances. because
But
he's still losing.
he's still a good player. It's just the whole team is dysfunctional.
very dysfunctional.
Nothing is working. Even if you are working alone, nothing else is working, so it doesn't help. And it's also demotivating.
Yeah, it's very demotivating. It's very demotivating. But it's difficult even for me to sit here and say, what is this guy thinking? Because Leicester is doing extremely well at the moment.
Like for me, as much as I would love Ole to succeed at United, I just think it's not working at the moment. He's not getting the best out of the players that he has. He doesn't have bad players. It's just, I don't know, man. The management, I guess, is not so good. But anyway, let's check out the comments. Let's see what you guys want to talk about this morning. That's the usual suspects anyway. Tena Nambwa, morning crew, always good watching the stream. Always good having you guys on board. Hong Yoon Pure. Good morning, guys, in the Informante Radio. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Morning, everyone, from Tenga Kea. Johnny Whiteman Martin. Neville, get off your phone and look up for your CV and apply for the Welwitchia job. Those strong arms of your 100% fits for scramble half. For what? Yeah, scramble half or scrum half.
Scrum half.
Training. Team Neville for rugby coach. Oh, Good morning, watching from Grootfontein.
Dankie my broer, maar nie dankie. Ek stel nie belang nie.
And I say with the Champions League last night, I applaud most of our African players in different teams last night. They were really outstanding, seriously. I realized there will be no good football if there are no African players worldwide.
Yeah.
All right? I'm also with you.
Agree.
Tena, what is the number? All of South Africa is celebrating the win of the Springboks.
Yeah.
Yes, most of the world is actually celebrating. Neville, did they forget the saga of the Springbok captain Siya Kolisi when he married the white lady? And to sit and praat die boere so strong.
Ons weet. Ons het die boere gesê, ons gee nie die wit vrou terug nie.
Ja, van die mixed breed en waar die mixed breed.
Who said that?
Tena Nambwa.
Tena, very, very, very good point. Maar ons sê die boere daar buitekant, ons gee nie die wit vrou terug nie. Is klaar. We won the World Cup.
Morning Kahorongo. What is the? Teresa from Agsterland. Moro.
Was jy al by Agsterland, G? Weet jy waar is Agsterland?
Ek ken is iewers agter Rocky Crest. Ochomise. Nee, Ochomise. Yes. That side of Ochomise. Ja, jong. Agsterland. Los me eat. Bradley, what is the? Kubisep. Morning, guys. Why aren't you guys sharing RSA news?
RSA?
Yes.
What? Republic of South Africa news or what?
Yes, PSL, I guess.
PSL.
I watched half of the Pirates game yesterday.
Erero? I don't know. I didn't check the scores.
Teen Wit Loga gespeeld teen is it Maritzburg?
No, gee die scores.
There was 0-0. There were two matches.
No, wat is sy naam?
Bradley,
no gee die scores, broer.
Yeah, James got check. I know the Pirates game, they both ended with 10 players on the pitch and it ended 0-0.
Okay.
Leave Manchester United problems, please, says Pono Kambi.
Leave Manchester United problems. Yeah, it's problems over there.
We will talk about the upcoming Soweto Derby a bit closer to Friday or maybe on Friday.
As was die naweek, nee.
It's
groot.
As groot matches, even Liverpool City. Should we also be talking about that now?
Yo, nee, it's Vrydag.
Yeah, that's Friday sports news. Tatinanes Moro. George Hidipohamba Kambala. Good morning, crew. It's about time I turn up. Yes, please. Where have you been? Good morning, crew. Watching from Wildfish Bay.
Hey, Josh.
Yes. Morning, guys. And also, goodbye, guys. What? Ons is klaar met die sports. Part 2 is coming up. Maria's joining us in the studio. Stick around. It's the morning mix on Informante Radio.
Sports on the